Deep within the darkest corners of Roblox, there existed a game known only as the Cryptic Server. It was a game that had no official listing, no thumbnail, and no description. It could only be accessed through a series of mysterious links shared among a select few. The Cryptic Server was a labyrinthine nightmare, a digital purgatory that left players scarred by its malevolent presence. When a player entered, they found themselves in a desolate, monochromatic world, devoid of color or life. The only sound was a faint, eerie hum that echoed through the emptiness. The game had no objectives, no clear goals, but players were inexplicably drawn to explore its cryptic landscapes. As they roamed the lifeless world, they would encounter grotesque and unsettling scenes, a forest of trees with human faces, rivers that flowed with blood, and deformed, glitching creatures that seemed to be trapped in a state of eternal suffering. The most unsettling aspect of the Cryptic Server was the presence of other players, or at least, entities that masqueraded as players. These entities moved erratically, often appearing as twisted, glitched avatars with distorted faces. They communicated through cryptic messages that made no sense, invoking a sense of dread and paranoia. Players who ventured deep enough into the game reported experiencing physical and psychological distress. They would wake up with inexplicable bruises, and their dreams were filled with nightmarish visions from the game. Some claimed to have seen glimpses of the real world bleeding into the game, as if the digital realm was encroaching on reality. Desperation led some players to search for answers, and they uncovered disturbing stories of individuals who had vanished after encountering the Cryptic Server. It was said that these unfortunate souls had been consumed by the game, their very identities erased. As the legend of the Cryptic Server grew, so did its allure, drawing in more and more unsuspecting players. They were ensnared by the promise of uncovering its secrets, but little did they know that the game itself was the secret, a malevolent entity that fed on fear and curiosity. To this day, the Cryptic Server remains shrouded in mystery, a digital abyss that haunts the darkest recesses of Roblox. It serves as a chilling reminder that not everything in the virtual world is meant to be explored, and that some horrors are best left undisturbed. In the sprawling digital universe of Roblox, there was a game that whispered of terror. It was called The Forgotten Playground, and its eerie reputation had spread like wildfire among players. The Forgotten Playground was a seemingly innocent game, with colorful graphics and playful music. It drew in curious players, especially children, who were lured by the promise of an abandoned playground to explore. The game began innocuously enough as players entered a cheerful virtual park with swings, slides, and a creaky old carousel. But as they ventured deeper, they would notice unsettling details. The once laughing children on the swings now had hollow eyes, and the merry-go-round spun with no one aboard. As players explored further, they discovered hidden passages leading to dark underground tunnels. The cheerful tunes were replaced by eerie silence, and a sense of dread hung in the air. It was as if the playground had been frozen in time, trapped in a nightmarish limbo. The most terrifying aspect of the game was the occasional appearance of a ghostly figure known as the Playground Keeper. This spectral entity, dressed in tattered clothing, would suddenly materialize before players, its cold, dead eyes locking onto theirs. A bone-chilling whisper would escape its lips, "You shouldn't be here." Those who encountered the Playground Keeper were haunted by nightmares and experienced strange occurrences outside of the game. Shadows moved on their own, and eerie laughter echoed through their homes late at night. Rumors began to circulate about players who had vanished, never to be seen again. Some claimed they had ventured too deep into the Forgotten Playground, and had become part of the digital nightmare, forever trapped in the game. Desperate to uncover the truth, a group of brave players banded together to solve the mystery of the Forgotten Playground. They combed through the game's code, deciphering cryptic messages left by its enigmatic creator. What they discovered was a dark secret: the game was a portal to a realm where lost souls were imprisoned, and the Playground Keeper was their tormentor. With determination and cunning, the group devised a plan to confront the Playground Keeper within the game. It was a harrowing battle, testing their wits and courage. Ultimately, they managed to break the keeper's curse, releasing the trapped souls and banishing the malevolent entity forever. The forgotten playground was never the same again, its eerie charm replaced by the laughter of virtual children at play. But the story serves as a chilling reminder that even in the digital world of Roblox, there are places where fear can take root and nightmares become all too real. Once upon a time in the eerie world of Roblox, there existed a game known as the Haunted Mansion. It was a seemingly innocent game where players explored a mysterious old mansion, but there was something unsettling about it. As players ventured deeper into the mansion's dark and decaying corridors, strange occurrences would unfold. Whispers could be heard, and ghostly apparitions would flicker in and out of existence. Some players claimed to have seen a shadowy figure lurking in the corners of their screens, always just out of reach. The game's creator remained anonymous, and the mansion's lore was shrouded in mystery. Rumors circulated that the mansion was based on a real-life haunted house, and those who played the game late at night reported hearing phantom footsteps echoing through their headphones. One fateful night, a group of friends decided to explore the mansion together. As they delved deeper into the game, they encountered increasingly unsettling phenomena. Doors slammed shut on their own, paintings on the walls depicted disturbing scenes, and the atmosphere grew colder with each passing moment. Eventually, they reached the mansion's basement, where they discovered a locked door with a cryptic message scrawled beside it, "Only the brave may proceed." Despite their growing fear, the friends decided to unlock the door and step inside. Inside the basement, they found a room filled with old journals, each one detailing a different player's experience in the mansion. Some of the stories were chilling, describing encounters with vengeful spirits and unexplainable events. Others were simply pleas for help, with players begging to be freed from the mansion's grasp. Suddenly, the lights in the room flickered, and a ghostly figure materialized before them. It was the mansion's creator, his eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. He implored the friends to leave the game and never return, warning them that the mansion had trapped their souls. Terrified, the friends scrambled to exit the game, but it seemed impossible to escape. The mansion's grip on them tightened, and they felt themselves being drawn into the virtual world. Just when all hope seemed lost, a mysterious player with glowing eyes appeared and whispered a spell that shattered the mansion's curse. The friends were freed, but they could never forget the haunted mansion or the cryptic warning from its creator. To this day, they wonder if the mansion still lingers in the darkest corners of Roblox, waiting to ensnare unsuspecting players in its web of terror.